Good Saturday morning, everybody. Hope you're having a good weekend, or at least getting started on one. Had a good week, and thank you for being here with me this morning. And if you want to follow along, we're going to be back in the 19th Psalm, Psalm 19, beginning in verse 4 today. And Solomon's going to give some advice here about friendship. I guess is one way of generally summing up most of what he's going to be talking about this morning. And good advice, good counsel. And I think all of us know the difficulty in finding a friend you can really rely on, one you can count on, one that is there through thick and thin. And especially, I think our day and time has become even more challenging because most people, our culture, we're typically selfish. We're typically self-centered. And so to expect a person to be much of a friend to someone else usually is a little bit of a challenge for them. And so he begins in verse 4 by saying something. You don't need to be a seminary scholar to understand this first statement. Solomon says, "Wealth maketh many friends, but the poor is separated from his neighbor." Again, you don't have to be a Bible scholar to get that one and to understand what Solomon is warning his son about. He's warning his son about the age-old problem of when you have money, you tend to have friends, and plenty of them. But when you're poor, they're awful hard to come by. And so he's warning his son of that. And many people are, unfortunately, I think all of us have seen this, especially young children often learn this the hard way. That when they have a new toy, when they have a new bike, when they have, whatever, new in our world today, new game system, new phone, those kinds of things, then they have plenty of friends. But they don't realize many times that those friends are just there for the stuff. And what a sad commentary on humanity, that people, that we live that way, that we practice that kind of a lifestyle. That when someone has things, has money, has, again, I'm just going to sum it up as stuff. How they can have all kinds of people around them, but when the stuff is gone, those friends will hit the door. And so he reminds his son of that. Good lesson for us to teach our children. Good lesson for us to remember ourselves. That wealth maketh many friends. A false witness shall not be unpunished, and he that speaketh lies shall not escape. Another good guidance in the friendship areas: tell the truth. Don't lie. Liars, he says, will be punished. They will be. God will deal with the liars. Many will entreat the favor of the prince, and every man is a friend to him that giveth gifts. Um, Again, a simple, the word, I guess, maybe here is bribe. We've talked about bribes. The idea of bribery has come up. Um, several times so far. We're basically two-thirds of the way through the book of Proverbs. But Solomon is reminding his son that don't try to don't try to make friends out of those who are powerful. Not only does just as the previous proverb said, wealth makes many friends. Solomon could have said, power makes many friends. That many people will try to, I'm going to use the phrase, weasel their way into friendship with the powerful, with the influential, to try to see what they can gain from that friendship. And all the brethren of the poor do hate him. How much more do his friends go far from him? He pursueth them with words, yet they are wanting to him. Um, he says, what he's saying is that, again, we kind of got a back and forth here between several different related situations. He says that when the poor man, people will ignore him. The brethren of the poor do hate him. They don't want anything to do with him. Even his own family will ignore him. His friends go from him. His family goes from him. The brethren go from him. And he pursues them with words. In other words, he's asking them for help, and they ignore him and reject him. Solomon knew the truths of these proverbs all too well, being as wealthy and as powerful as he was. He knew all about the insincere who would come along and try to win him over for what it would gain for them, so that they could say that Solomon was their friend and might get something out of Solomon. And so he gives us here some real guidelines about not even just friendship, just human decency in general. That we have to be careful of people. And again, we've talked a lot about motives, why they're doing what they do, why people, the flattering lips that they have, the lying lips that people will use sometimes. And so Solomon's giving his young son some good advice that hopefully will keep him from being wounded by the false words of a false friend, and hopefully they'll do the same for you and I. Think about those words, use them, think about them, and practice them. Be careful of people and their actions, and who we make friends with, who we allow to become our friends. You have a good day, and we'll see you back here Monday morning.